Tonight, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 3 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. Vegas Raiders taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at Week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Right to the air is Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Again, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Throwing now is Carr. Being chased out left. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal.
He'll try again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. A time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the field. Jones now in his 2nd season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
I think we'll all remember 2021 as a banner quarterback draft, and we saw 5 taken in the 1st round. It was actually the 5th of those 5, Mac Jones, who was the runner-up in the Rookie of the Year voting with the 5th most yards by a rookie in league history. The Patriots, they have to be dancing in the streets with the idea that this guy is going to be their quarterback for about the next 10 years.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
Throwing Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker, 33 yards. And the Patriots respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 7-7, our score after 1. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's Carr, rolling to his left. A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And the Raiders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Carl Davis able to get in there and drop him behind the line. On second and goal, Carr. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Quickly a slant to Renfro.
Touchdown Raiders! Hunter Renfro, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders have moved out in front.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Hunter Renfro who capped things off with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try the left side with Stevenson.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control. Because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr steps away to his left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. 3rd quarter, here we go. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this 2nd half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. A reminder, opening weekend definitely in sight now. Thursday, September 8th, that's when it all gets going. The defending champs, LA Rams, hosting the team that many think could win the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. Charles and I will be there, and then we got some great matchups on that Sunday as well. Kansas City and Arizona, Raiders and the Chargers, and on Sunday night, Tom Brady, yeah, he's back, and his Bucs are heading to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. On second down, it's Stevenson.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
On first down, Jones.
Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Touchdown! Hunter Henry. 38 yards.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
43 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that. And it's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now, Carr again. And that will be incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Jones. Off play action. And that is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. Always a benefit to have a quarterback that can roam outside of the pocket, make that throw, and I guess it's helpful to have a guy that can come down with a ball like that.
All of that ties in together perfectly. Imagine being on the other side of the ball, though. You think you've got coverage. The play gets extended. Now you've got to find a receiver to plaster onto before the ball gets there. Very difficult to do.
He hits Adams complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. To throw his Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
And this is secured by the Patriots. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Harris running straight ahead.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Complete. Smith has it.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris from 17 yards out. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Fields it right around the goal line. Hall has it knocked loose.
And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So problems. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Stidham to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Here's Stidham. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go. Stidham on 4th down. And this one is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use this. Second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
And Zappi to throw.
This will be caught at about the 5. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Zappi fakes a handoff, looks to throw it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, Tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position.
Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Patriots are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Stidham. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Well, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Stidham. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Stidham. And finding Keelan Cole. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. In need of a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here. And remember, no overtime in the preseason, so a tie might be the best they can do.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amir Abdullah taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now.
And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
And they take a knee.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
Well, it took us until the